If your idea of a Christmas card means it's gotta have some sparkle and some bling, today's card is most definitely for you. Hi, everybody. I'm Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. And today I have got a sparkly, shimmery, and very, very simple card. It's all about a little sponging technique. I'm going to teach you how. So let's head over to the stamping table and create something beautiful. I really wish you could see this card in person. It is so, so pretty in person. But I think you're going to love how easy it is to create this beautiful soft snowflake with a little glimmer. All right, here we go. We're first going to talk about the cardstock that you need. And look, you don't need a lot for this one. My card base is Whisper White thick, and that's 4¼ by 11 inches, scored at 5½ inches. And then we just got a couple layering pieces. I have Balmy Blue, and that is 3¾ by 5 inch. And then I have a piece of Whisper White that'll go right there on top. And that piece is 3½ by 4¾ Now my glimmer is going to come from this fabulous Balmy Blue glimmer paper. And I have a piece that's 3¼ by 3¼ and that's going to be enough to get me my 2 snowflakes. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the stamp set and her matching dies. Look at that. Isn't this a fabulous set? So you see in the stamp set, we've got a lot of really great snowflakes and some fabulous sentiments as well. But oh, those dies. I love all those snowflake dies. Guys, we're going to use this kind of what I'm going to maybe call it like a medium one. And then we're going to use this little teeny tiny one to create some really great images. So let's go ahead. We're going to do our die cutting. So I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine. So I'm going to need base plate 1, thin die adapter 2, number 3, a cutting plate. Now I can put my 2 dies right there, and I'm going to top it with another 3 cutting plate. I can now bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and here we go. You're simply just going to run this through, and just like that, look at that gorgeous glimmered snowflakes. We love them. Now listen, you have some room here. If you wanted to come along and maybe get a few more, we could actually do that. In fact, why not? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and cut a few more, and that way we can use them on the inside of our card. Well, look at that. I managed to get a lot of extra snowflakes. So yeah, I'm going to use those. And look at that. We used up every bit of glimmer that we could. All right, let's take all of those die cuts. We're going to set those off to the side so that we can go to stamping. So I'm going to start with my sentiment in a smoky slate ink pad. I think this just has a real soft feel, and I love the way this looks. We're going to stamp May Your Season Sparkle down here in the bottom right corner. Then I'll come in with the Balmy Blue, and we'll stamp just a few of these snowflakes around it. That looks really, really nice. Okay, all right, so I'm going to bring in some grid paper for this one. I have got a sponge dauber, and I'm going to ink this up in my Balmy Blue ink. And I'm going to give you my little tip is to kind of go around the edges. You know, we do so much inking in the middle, and this is a great way to just get some ink on there from the edges. Now, I'm going to show you here on the grid paper. If I start sponging that, whew, that is dark. I do not want this ink to be that dark. I'm going to just swirl it around until I feel like, yeah, I'm kind of getting that lighter color that I want, and that's what I'm going for. Remember, I can always add more, but I can't take it away. Now, I'm going to go in this area right here, and I'm going to start kind of here in the middle, a light touch. Remember, we can always move, go harder, add more ink, but we can't take it away. And you see, I'm just swirling in a circle, right? Hey, if you're new to this type of sponging, grid paper or scratch paper or junk mail, it's a great little technique. But if you feel like you need to practice, you know what, just practice on some grid paper or some scratch paper. All right, I'm going to add a little more ink, but I got to take a lot of it away. Remember, I don't want to overpower. And now you're just going to want to kind of go as soft as you can to the outside. Swirl, swirl, swirl. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my snowflake to see how I'm doing. That's pretty good. I think I want to get a little more ink here to the outside. But that's what's great with this technique. We can just kind of keep going. There we go. That's give. Oh, isn't that going to be so pretty? Love it. I'm going to give those little snowflakes a quick clean on my chamois because now I'm going to ink them up in the smoky slate. See that big circle I've got going there? I'm just going to kind of stamp to the outside of that, so just kind of went in a little circle there. This is going to go right there. So that's going to give me, again, that kind of really nice soft look. Perfect, perfect. Here we go. It's time to put this card together. For those of you that got the tutorial in my newsletter, I hope that you're going to enjoy kind of having a follow-up video for the card. And hey, if you don't know what I'm talking about, head over to simplysimplestamping.com and you're going to see a pop-up there that allow you to become a subscriber. And that way you'll get those free tutorials as well. And I'd love to have you over there. All right, now we're going to add our stamped focal image that we just did all that gorgeous sponging on. And that's just going to give us a nice little mat. Now for my my snowflakes, I'm going to take the large one of my little ones. We're going to use some mini Stampin' Dimensionals here on the large snowflake. You notice that space is just perfect for a mini dimensional. And same with this little one, that's going to fit right there. I've got a large dimensional I can put there in the middle, but if all you have are the small ones, that's fine too. That works well. Let's remove all the backings. And that means we're ready to add our snowflake there. I've got that little dimensional, and that's going to go right there. Now remember, we had all those extras, so let's add those to the inside of our card. All right, I'm going to take the sentiment Snowflake Wishes for a Merry Christmas. Let's stamp this here on the inside of our card. Again, I did that in the smoky slate. Now, all those little extra snowflakes that we have, let's adhere those to the inside of the card. I love things that make my life easy, and mini glue dots are easy. Yeah, I can put adhesive on there, but guys, it's just nice to have something as easy as press it onto that little bit of adhesive and just go. But yeah, feel free. You can use your multi-purpose glue. You can use your Stampin' Seal. And we're just going to add some snowflakes to make a really pretty Christmas card. And I think that topped off the card beautifully. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this really nice soft snowflake card, but I want to just remind you that little sponging technique is going to work for a lot of different dies, sentiments. Just use that little sponging technique. Remember, you can always practice if you're new to it. But yeah, you're going to get some really stunning cards when you use just that simple, soft sponge dauber technique. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's card. If you enjoyed it, would you give me a thumbs up on YouTube? I always appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, take a second to click that great big red subscribe button and be notified when I'm back with another video. Have a fabulous day. Go create something sparkly today, my friends, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.